Hi guys, so I'm gonna do a 4th of July makeup look and I'm starting off with my brows. I'm using a brow pomade from LA Girl in the shade Soft Brown and I'm just going underneath my brows and blending it all the way through. Okay, so now that my brows are done, I'm gonna clean them up using the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour Fresh Wear foundation, and the shade I'm using is Radiant Honey. Okay, now I'm going to use the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in Brunette just to help my brows stay in place. Okay, now I'm going to prime my eyes using the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer in Cashew. Then I'm going to blend that out with a Morphe sponge. Okay, now I'm going in with some powder to set that concealer from creasing with a brush from Sonia Kashuk. It is just a fluffy brush. You can use any brush and powder that you'd like as long as it doesn't have any shimmer. Okay, so using the Boss Mood palette from Morphe and a Sonia Kashuk blending crease brush, I'm going in the crease with that kind of like a warm brownish orangey shade just to start the eyeshadow look. Picking up the Boss Mood palette again, I'm going to use a brown taupey shade with a neutral undertone, I guess I could explain it that way, on top of the crease just to add more depth. Now I'm going to spray my brush using the Milani setting spray and going in on the lid with a champagne colored eyeshadow from the LA Girl Nudist palette. I am totally in love with this palette. I like all of the colors, so yeah, I'm going to use the champagne color first, and then I'm going to apply more of a goldish tone on top of that and kind of just blend it together. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab a brown chocolatey shade from the Boss Mood palette and applying it to the outer V just to give it a smoked out effect. I'm using a Sonia Kashuk brush. It is a large crease brush, I believe. I'm not too sure, but yeah, I'm just gonna apply that to the outer V. Now I'm gonna apply some mascara from L'Oreal Paradise in the color black before I apply Violet Voss lashes in Just Slayin'. Okay, so now that my lashes are on, I'm gonna apply some sunscreen before I put foundation, and the sunscreen I'm using is by Neutrogena. It is the Ultra Sheer Dry Touch SPF 55 Broad Spectrum with Helioplex. It's lightweight, it has a clean feel, and it lasts up to 80 minutes. That's water resistant, I believe. So I'll try and put a description of it down below, but I actually like the way that it felt underneath my makeup. It didn't give me any breakouts, and you know, it just applied smooth. So yeah, I actually liked it. Okay, so moving on, I'm gonna apply my foundation, and the foundation I'm going in with is in the shade Golden Beige and Radiant Honey from the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. I actually love the fact that it has some sunscreen in it, which is Broad Spectrum 25. If you don't have this foundation, you can go ahead and apply any foundation, but I just love it because it's summertime and I feel like doubling up on sunscreen is a must for me. So if you don't have this foundation, you can use any other one that you'd like, but I actually just wanted to use this since it's been a while. Okay, so I'm just gonna fill in my brows because I feel like some of it got a little bit rubbed off. And I'm using the CoverGirl Ultra Fine Brow Pencil in the shade Soft Brown. It's like super convenient because you don't have to sharpen it. So yeah, I'm just touching up my brows real quick. Okay, now I'm going to use some concealer from L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer in the shades Cashew and Cashmere. And I'm going to blend that out using a Morphe sponge in my T-zone underneath my eyes because I like the edge of the Morphe sponge. It's like really easy to work with. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and blend, blend, blend. Alright, so once that's blended, I'm going to use some powder from Maybelline. It's the loose setting powder in the shade Light Medium number 20. And I'm going in with a Real Techniques brush that I've been loving. So I'm just going to apply that all over the concealer just to help it from creasing, in my T-zone to help balance out the oils. And yeah, basically just work it in and blend it out. Now I'm going to use the same eyeshadows that I started off on the top, which is that orange brown and then that taupey brown underneath the bottom lash line with the e.l.f. brush. Just any brush will do that you feel comfortable using. So I'm just blending that in, creating the base. Now I'm going in with the NYX Slide On Glide On lip liner in the color Red Tape underneath the lash line. And that's just going to help the pigmentation be a lot more richer. And the lip liner is super easy to work with. It doesn't tug at your skin. And I'm just going to smooth that out or blend it out with an e.l.f. brush. You can use any brush that you'd like. And then afterward, I'm going to apply 2 red eyeshadows from the Boss Mood palette by Morphe. One of them is going to be a matte shade, which I'm going to use first. And then you'll see that I go in with another shade, which is more of a red shimmery shade, almost like a metallic. Okay, so once that's blended, I am spraying my brush with the Milani Make It Dewy Setting Spray. It hydrates, illuminates, and sets. So the brush I'm using is a Sonia Kashuk brush. It's super slim and easy to work with. So yeah, and I'm just applying that red metallic shade. Now I'm using a small brush from Sonia Kashuk to apply a shimmery champagne shade in the inner tear duct from the Allegro Nudist palette. I love that palette. I'm also setting that or spraying the Milani Make It Dewy Mist, I believe. I didn't show it in the video, but that's what I did. Next, I'm going to apply some Allegro Pro Face High Definition Powder. It is in the shade Soft Honey. Okay, now I'm going to apply some mascara to the bottom lashes using the Wet n Wild Mega Length Mascara in the shade Black. This mascara wand is super nice because it's really slim and you can apply the application super easy. Now I'm gonna bronze with the L'Oreal True Match Lumi bronzer in the shade Medium. It's really pretty because it has like a nice sheen to it, but it doesn't have like a lot of glitter, even though when you first purchase it, you do see flecks of glitter inside, and I was kind of worried about it. But I got two shades, and this one I'm really happy with. It works well for my skin tone, so I'm using the shade Medium. And for bronzing, I'm going to use the BH Cosmetics brush. It's the number 124. It came in a set for like $20 to $25, I believe. So yeah, you can use any brush you'd like though. Okay, for blush, I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted in the shade Charming. And then I'm going to try contouring a little bit on my nose with the Sunset Striptease shade from the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer. This isn't too orange, it's not too deep, it's kind of just there. So that's why I use it. And the brush I'm using is from e.l.f. Now I'm going in with Maybelline's loose powder again, and I'm just kind of cleaning up the jawline just to kind of make it look a little bit more precise. And then I'll just blend it off with a brush. And then I'm going in on the end of my eyes because I felt like it just needed a little bit more depth and stuff. So I'm using that really deep chocolatey brown shade from the Morphe Boss Smooth palette with a Sonia Kashuk brush. And I'm just blending it just to make it look a little bit more blown out. Here I'm going to spray my face with the Milani Make It Dewy setting spray, and I'm using a Real Techniques brush to apply some Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder in the shade Precious Petals. This is such a pretty highlighter, so yeah, if you haven't gotten it and you're curious, I would totally recommend it. Okay, for lips, I went in with Navi and Italia lip liner. One shade from Navi is Nutmeg, and Italia was light brown. Light brown was just a little bit too like just dull, so I wanted to warm it up with Nutmeg. So any brown lip liner would do. And then I put Never Nude in the center from Wet n Wild. It's just their mega, I forgot what it's called, but it's like a matte shade. And then I used Champagne Glam from e.l.f. It's just a lip gloss. So basically any brown lip liner would work, a nude lipstick, and a lip gloss on top. Okay guys, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. This is the makeup look, and I tried to give you a little bit of a close-up so you can see a little bit more the details and stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys have a safe 4th and take care. Bye.